Well, good morning. I don't know if anybody will pop in. I never do a Sunday morning live, so this is just going to be a pop-up kind of. Sorry, I had a long day on Friday and I just dozed off, and it was, my live was supposed to be at 9 o'clock for late night with Nana, and I just thought, well, I will just um, do a Sunday morning because yesterday I was at the art show again. And the weather was perfect, but the sun was just beaten down, and we were right in the sun. There's no cover, and it takes a lot out of you when you aren't usually doing that. And so I thought, well, I am just going to do a pop-up live. We'll see if anybody comes in. Cheryl, good morning. Sorry, I'm apologizing for not doing my Friday night live. I had just a long day at the art show and I dozed off. And so I thought, well, I can't do it on Saturday because I was going to dinner after the art show with my parents and my sister and everyone. And so I thought, well, I'll just do a pop-up Sunday morning for a half hour. And Charmaine is here too. Well, good morning. Angie is here. Hey, Ange. Yeah, I was just telling everybody that I had dozed off on Friday night, and Doug is here. Hi, Doug and Shelley. They're headed off for church, so I hope church service is fabulous. But I wanted to make up for missing my Friday night live, and so I thought I'd do a pop-up live, and I would do a few giveaways. Have some jewelry, fused glass jewelry that I had at my art show, and so I thought I would give 3 of them away. So I thought, making up for missing Friday night. And Steph is here. Cheryl said that she was exhausted. It happens, that sun can just make it so powerful. And if you can hear a noise that clicked on, that's my neighbor's. He either has the air conditioner or heater on, depending, I guess, if he's cold or hot. We don't have ours running at all right now. So, Steph, good morning to you. Also, your art is great. Well, I had paintings, and I had fused glass stuff, and I had some little bowls besides the jewelry and some Christmas ornaments, which went like hotcakes. And so I should have had more Christmas ornaments. But last year I sold some, but I didn't sell a lot. But you never know from year to year. And Cheryl says that shoveling snow, yeah, it can make you so tired, can't it? It's just strenuous when you're shoveling snow, and across the country there has been so much snow. And actually, Friday and Saturday have been the warmest days that Yuma has had in a long time. And so it was beautiful. I loved soaking in the sun, but it just beat down. I don't know if you can tell. Okay. Farmer tan. And my nose got a little sunburned on Friday. So on Saturday, I wore a hat just to help with that. And it was just one of those crazy days. But as you know, usually late night with Nana is just, we can talk about whatever, This is actually a picture back home in Wyoming in my living room when I had picked flowers out of my gardens. And I'd done a video on making a bouquet. And so I love this. Let me see. See, you can see all those flowers. I grew all those in my garden. I love growing flowers in my garden. In fact, right now is a perfect time to make sure you have the seeds for that. And you can start sowing some of those seeds because some of them take a long time to germinate. Some of them need to be stratified, which means you have to put them in the fridge for a little while. So you just have to do a little bit of research on, are these okay? Can I put them out now? Can I put them in the ground now? Do I need to start them inside? Oh, see, I told you that my heater was off and it just clicked on. The bench is right by me. Steph's asking, how was the art show? The art show was fabulous. Actually, it was so incredibly busy. I mean, it was just people, thousands of people going through. And there was 12 different studios, 34 different artists. And so most of them had 3 to 4 artists at their studio. Now, there was a couple that only had 1 or 2. But lots of people I knew came through. Lots of people that had bought from me last year came back and bought stuff. And so that was kind of fun. And I had some people that follow me on YouTube that came over and said, hey, I watch your videos. And so that was really fun, being able to talk to people that watch my videos and that live by Yuma, or they were in Yuma for the wintertime. So that was interesting and fun. And Steph, it was incredible. And the amount of art, because like where I was, there was 4 of us at Mary's house. And she always puts me by her husband's garden because she knows that if people ask questions about the garden, I can answer it because she doesn't garden at all. And so that was interesting. And I had a lot of paintings that had like radishes and garlic and flowers and carrots, tomatoes, stuff like that. And so that was kind of fun to be able to talk about that with my paintings and Mary's husband's garden. So it was kind of a good match there. And so she knows that I like being by there. And so it was fun. But it was interesting. So when I'm going to give, sorry, I'm whacking my thing over there. So the first one I'm going to give away is this one. Now this is what they call dichroic glass. And it actually is, I put it on a blue piece of glass. And then this type of dichroic, let me take it out a little bit. It might be easier to see. Then it disappears on parts of it because it's a green screen. Is a dichroic, but instead of having a black background, it has a clear background. So whatever color you put underneath of it, that same piece of glass can look completely different. Because like this one, I did blue, but I did some of the same dichroic with red, some greens, and it gives you a whole different look. So we're going to give this one away first. So I'm going to type in my little code, exclamation point winner. So make sure that you, in fact, I'll wait just a minute. Just type anything. You can type a number, you can type a letter, anything, because that's what makes Nightbot find you. And so just type whatever you want to. And I'm going to click that in just like 10 seconds. And one of you guys will win this necklace. And then if I don't already have your address, you can email it to me, and let me give you my email address. They're right there. And I will mail that out to you this week on Monday. And so let me click that, and Nightbot will pick a winner from one of you guys that are in here. It's my way of making up for dozing off on Friday night. I didn't really think I was that tired, but I sat down on the couch and the TV was going and I was reading a book. Actually, I'll show you the book I'm reading. Oh, look at there. Dana and Andrew Frank says they do not subscribe to this channel. They do subscribe to this channel. I don't know why Nightbot can't figure that out. It always says that. But Dana and Andrew, I'm going to write you down. And I will mail that to you. I'm pretty sure I have your address. And Andrew. Because I think you guys had won stuff before. So that is awesome. And that is the blue one. So I'm writing that. And I will mail that to you on Monday. So that's exciting. That's right. There's not very many people in here. So the odds are fabulous that you could win. I almost called you on Monday, Eve, to check on you. Oh, you're so sweet. I haven't talked to you on the phone for a while. I would love to talk to you. So anytime. So that is awesome. But I am starting grafting my apple trees. I got my rootstock. It got delivered yesterday. And so I'm going to start grafting some. And I already had got the scions the other day. Oh, Melanie. Hello, how are ya? Melanie, I'm giving necklaces away this morning. So stay tuned. We just gave one away. Dana and Andrew Frank just won this one. They're ones I had at my art show that I had made, fused glass. And So I'm starting grafting today. I have my apple scions. I have some other scions coming this week, so I won't graft every single one today and tomorrow, but I'm going to do a video about it. And Monday night's live, we're going to talk about grafting, the benefits and what you can do. And it's not just apple trees you can graft. You can graft about any tree you can imagine. But anyway, I have also been reading 2 books that were recommended. I was on a live listening to Native Bee Talk, and these were the 2 books that she recommended. And so I ordered those off of Amazon and got those. And I've completely read this one. I only have a little teeny bit left of this one. And I have native bees in my yard. I have mason bees, leaf cutters, carpenter bees, a lot of different kinds of little native bees. And a lot of them, I don't know what they are. I know they're native, they're small. And so these books have a lot of photos. And so I just wanted to make it my yard more friendly to them. And so they had some really great suggestions on what to do, not just their houses, because a lot of them will grow in those, you can use paper straws or reeds, things like that they will lay their eggs in those. But talking about the mud that, like, mason bees need mud, right? And what to do, how to do it in your yard, buy a mason bee house so that they can utilize it. Because a lot of bees, where a honeybee can travel miles to get to a flower. They don't want to, but they can. A lot of native bees, they might only go 100 yards and no farther than that, and their lifespan is so short. And you just really want to be able to have the flowers that have the nectar and water. A lot of them need mud. Leaf cutters need certain types of flowers to cut those leaves. If you ever saw in your rose bush, and there's these little round circles cut out of your roses, the leaves on your roses, those are leaf cutters, because they use those when they're making their nest to hold all the things, because they separate every little bee egg. And so it's really interesting. But these books had just phenomenal information. So after this, I'll go on and I'll put some links onto Amazon, because that was the best prices I could find for these books. And you can get them a lot of them as used if you want to. And that's what I usually do. Unless shipping is cheaper, just get using Prime. So, but totally interesting on how few of native bees you need to pollinate your apple trees versus honeybees. And how lots of them they get up a lot earlier in the morning. With the weather's bad, a lot of them will still fly. And so it's interesting. But then there are other native bees that I did not realize don't come out until in the afternoon. So I thought that was kind of interesting too. So great books that I would recommend. And especially this gal, really good writer. And so it's really interesting. Sometimes when it's technical stuff, it's like boring. But you still keep reading because it has good information, but just the way they write it doesn't flow like some things do. And Jeannie is here. Hello, Jeannie. How are ya? Jeannie, I'm giving away necklaces today. Steph says, I can't grow flowers well, but if they are already established in a yard, I do well. And I really, really appreciate every aspect of flowers. Me too. And, a lot of times, if you're just filling some baskets or some pots or a small border, you're really better off just going to the nursery and buying them already started. Things that you want to look for when you buy them from a nursery, though, is you really don't want them flowering. Now, the nursery wants them flowering because they sell more, but you are better off looking at the ones and finding that 6-pack that has beautiful leaves and maybe even buds, but it hasn't started to flower yet, because they will last longer for you. They will transplant better for you. And so that's just one of those interesting things. Now, I suppose we should give another necklace away. Which one? Let's give the orange one away. Okay. So this one has orange And then it has dichroic in there too. Has a little circle in the orange. It's very funky, very funky. And so I'm going to do my little typing. And as long as you've typed something in the last little bit, it will recognize you. And sometimes even if you don't type anything, Nightbot knows you're in here. And so let me type that again. And we'll see who the winner is of that one. Okay. Nightbot will do its picking. I'm going to put orange necklace. And we will see who the winner is. And remember, if you don't, oh, Melanie, you are our winner. Let me do that. Yay. See, good thing you just popped in. Now, Melanie, I'm not sure I have your address. And so let me take this down. Can you send your address to my email right there? And that way I can mail it to you on Monday with the rest of them. And so we have one left to give away. Well, Tony, hello. How are ya? Tony, I'm giving away necklaces this morning. I already gave away this one. And I just gave away this one. But of course, we have one more to give away. And it's very fun. It's got pinks and corals and blacks. And I hope you can see that pretty well. It's really fun. So we'll give that away in just a little teeny bit. And Tony, I haven't seen you for a while. I apologize. I haven't been watching very many videos because we have just been crazy busy, busy down here. And then last year we didn't hardly have any company. And this year we have all kinds of company. Luckily, they're staying at my mom and dad's house because their house is bigger. Oh, Melanie says that she lives abroad, so mailing costs are too high. Should I just give it to someone else then, Melanie? Let me know. Because I can just do another drawing. I know that when people live out of the United States, it's just crazy, and they have to do these custom things, and it's just like, oh my gosh. And so, Melanie, if it's all right with you, I am just going to type my little code again, and we will have somebody else as the winner. So I appreciate that you said that right on the live so that somebody else can win it. It's just difficult. In fact, one time, when I was a new channel, I had a bumblebee canvas that I had given away. Thanks, Melanie. And so I paid for the shipping all the way over to England. I did all that stuff. Well, there was some kind of duty they had to pay. I don't know, $15 or something. And they refused the package. They should have just told me, and I could have sent that. And at the post office, they didn't know that it was going to get charged. So after that, I rarely ever send anything out of the country. If Amazon can do something, I sometimes do, but that's kind of a weird thing too. Okay, so Melanie says that we can do somebody else, so I'm going to type again. Thank you for that. And Nightbot will pick somebody else that's in the chat. And Melanie says that duties are quite bad. Oh, Steph, you are the winner. And I know I have Steph's address. So congratulations. And Melody, thank you for doing that too. So Steph, I will send that out to you also. Now, my sister and her husband are still here. They're here until, I think, Monday or Tuesday before they go home. And they have missed lots of snow and cold back home because they live in Wyoming also. And so they have been very happy. And they went over and spent 2 days over in San Diego. Steph says, what? So fun. And so they spent 2 days in San Diego, and they just had a blast. She said they didn't really do anything. They ate a couple of places. They walked along different beaches, but they are so busy. They own huge companies, multiple companies, and they're just busy all the time. And so Susie said she just wanted to be able to just, just relax, just have some time with Casey and not have to worry about anything. Because even since they've been down here, lots of running, but for those 2 days, they just got to relax. And so I was really happy, because sometimes you just need that. You need to go, okay, stop. All of you guys can understand that, I know. And so, but for me, a busy day today, and I don't usually have busy days on Sunday. I try not to. But my rootstock came in, so it has been soaking. And so you have to do something with it. So I'm going to get some wood chips, shavings, really, not chips. And I'm going to mix it with some soil and some perlite and vermiculite. And I am just going to mix that up. And then I'm going to root them all in 5-gallon buckets. So there'll be like 25 in each bucket. And I'll graft onto each one of those. And that way, even if they start to grow a little bit, the main purpose is I want that graft to heal, and I want the root system to start to grow. They might bud out some, but I want to be able to take them back to Wyoming. Not that you can't grow apples in Arizona. There are a few varieties that are very low chill winter hours that you can grow. And there is a spray that you can spray on apples to fool them that they've gone into dormancy. But the apples would be ready before I got back down. And even though I could have a water system on them, I would just rather grow them, enjoy them in Wyoming. So I'm actually grafting a whole bunch of them. And this summer, I'm actually going to sell some of them up in Wyoming. I have a nursery license up there. And so it'll be kind of fun. And Jenny is in here. Oh, you are just so kind and sweet. Thank you so much, Jenny. And Jenny, we still have one more necklace to give away. Now, because there's not very many people in here, if you already won one, I would like you not to win another one so that other people can have it. So if Nightbot picks with the third winner, somebody that's already won, I would appreciate that you would say, give it to somebody else. Just because, I want to spread the love around, actually. Side note, I am looking for some new glasses. There were some gals at the art show. Oh, Steph says absolutely. Thank you so much, Steph. That had some funky glasses. And so they told me where they ordered them from, because mine are just readers. They're cheaters. And so I have a lot of different kinds. Like, in fact, earlier today, I was wearing these ones. These are just like these ones. See, they got dots on the side, only they're black. And so my neighbor's air conditioner heater is turned on again. Steph says, I would love for someone else to be blessed. See, Steph is so kind. Oh, you guys are so sweet. And but for today, busy day, because of, I got to graft them. They can only stay in water for so long. And I got some apple seeds from Steve in California. He cross-pollinates his apples. And not that you're guaranteed, it's going to take certain traits from both of those parents' apple trees. But you're not guaranteed which of those traits is going to take. But he has been doing it for a long time, and he has come up with some fabulous apples. And so I bought some of his seeds. He was already out of his scions, and so I couldn't get any of the scions. And so we'll see what kind of apples. From seed to when you actually have an apple is anywhere from 8 to 10 years. But that's okay. Have you seen online commercials for the frames you can trade out? I have not, Steph. I wonder if they let you trade out when they're just cheaters, If you have the link, will you send it to me? You can just send it on an email. Or if you know the name. Charmaine, she says, have a great day. Wait, Charmaine, let's draw. Okay? Let's draw for our third necklace. So the third necklace looks like this. It's fun. It's funky. And I am going to type. I know a lot of people have to go to church, and in church. Sorry. I'll read my Bible, I'll do some stuff, but it's just one of those days that I need some relaxing time this morning because I am going to be busy this afternoon. Steph, it says you're the winner. So we're going to do again because Steph said to share the love. So let's type again. And it says Steph does not subscribe to my channel. She's a member. She does subscribe. So let's see who Nightbot will pick this time. Charmaine, you are the winner. Charmaine, see, it's so good that you stayed in for just those minutes. And I have Charmaine's address, I know too. Yay. So I'm going to write that. Yay. Woohoo. So I will send all three of those out on Monday, tomorrow. Yeah, that's just so exciting. You know, I felt really bad yesterday when I realized I had fallen asleep on Friday nights for my live. It was like, oh my gosh. And then if you scroll up to the top and you see the comments, there were people in here waiting for me. But that's just the way it is sometimes. But I am hoping you guys have a great day today. The sun is shining. I am actually going to move the leaves off around my bananas because I have been just chopping the ones that kind of get wind whipped and get old, and I've been putting around there. And I thought maybe I'm keeping the soil too cold because it's been cool here in Arizona. And so I'm going to take those all off and put them in my compost pile today and let the sun beat down on that soil, and maybe that will help my bananas. So I think that could have been mine. I know. Every single time Nightbot picks a winner, it always says they do not subscribe to this channel. I don't know. Oh, Steph says I almost called you on Friday night. I could have popped on. It would have woke me up, but it would have been like, oh my gosh. But then I wouldn't have been giving away stuff like I did. Carol, I was supposed to do a Friday night live, and I had been in the sun all day in the art show, and it was supposed to be at 9 o'clock. It's late night with Nana. And I just dozed off, and I just didn't even think about it. I didn't set my alarm, and you are welcome. And I will get that sent out to you on tomorrow. Obviously I did need the rest. I was, being out in the sun all day long, because where I am in Mary's garden, there's no shade. And two of the other artists, they were in shade, but me and Janet were in this full sun all day long. I bet you she was tired as can be too. That's right. He wanted me to refresh. And I just dozed off. I should have had my alarm set for it, and I didn't. And it's just one of those things. So, but now I got to give 3 necklaces away to people, and they were all my subscribers. And so I appreciate that. And I'm going to let you go because it is 29 minutes that I am at. And give me a thumbs up if you haven't done that already. It always helps with my analytics. And I will go right in and I will put the links to these books. Really interesting reads. And even if, you don't have to have beehives, honey beehives. Those mason bees and leaf cutter bees and bobs and all the different little tiny native bees can do wonders for your flowers and your fruit trees and your vegetables. So everybody have a great night, or not great night. It's morning. I never do mornings. But I appreciate you guys so much, and have a great day. And I will mail the necklaces out tomorrow morning. Thanks, everybody.